Hi everyone, Dr. Joanne here. Welcome to this video. Should I do mindset work or emotional work? This is in response to some questions I've had from some of my clients and some people on social media. They're getting confused about what's being put out there. There's a lot of information out there about mindset work and then doing emotional work, and some people believe that you should do one or the other. And some people have a viewpoint of, especially mindset work, that's overrated. It's not worth it. It's not really where you're going to make a lot of changes. So I just want to come out here and address this with my own opinions and what I believe is going on and what you should be doing. So I think you should be doing both mindset work and emotional work. To me, you can't separate them because one creates the other. So let me break it down a little bit here. Within the teachings of A Course in Miracles, which is all mindset work, going from the fear-based thought system to the love-based thought system, A Course in Miracles teaches that everything begins with thought. So our thoughts and our beliefs and the stories that we tell about ourselves and about our lives and about what's happened to us, the stories in our head that we just repeat over and over again, these things, these words, these thoughts, these beliefs, and these stories, they have energy. And this energy creates photon storms in our brain that then creates chemistry in our body, so neurotransmitters. And then this will then create emotions in our body. And when we have emotions that we don't necessarily like, I don't really want to lump, good and bad, but think about emotions that don't particularly feel good, like fear or worry or disappointment or regret or anger, frustration or irritation. Those kinds of emotions, if we don't learn tools to work through those particular emotions, then we stay stuck in those emotions, and that we can be stuck in patterns of fight or flight reaction in our body. So we're constantly creating harmful chemistry in our bodies. And when we don't pay attention to that and we stay in fight or flight too long, then it spills out and we create physical symptoms in our body. So it might start off as aches or pains, maybe a headache, maybe a sore throat, maybe a tight shoulder or neck or something. But then if we keep going long enough, we can easily break down more in our body and create disease processes and illnesses, and we can become susceptible to bugs, so infections and everything. So it's all connected. But most people, so those people out there that are doing emotional work, that's great, because a lot of us can identify with our emotions that we don't like, that we want to do something about. So our anger issues, our fear or worry or, anxiety, panic attacks, those kinds of things. We feel those things and we can start working on them. But here's the deal. Underneath those emotions are thoughts and beliefs and stories that created the emotions. So if you do one without the other, you're kind of missing a big piece of the puzzle, in my personal humble opinion. So working on the emotional stuff is great, but can you take that a step further? Can you look under the hood a little bit, and what thought, belief, or story created that emotion? Because it's going to come back again unless you go back to the beginning, to the mindset stuff, to the thoughts and the beliefs and the stories. You've got to go back and start there. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck with the same old results and outcomes, because you might have taken care of and healed some emotional stuff, but if you didn't go further and reset the beliefs, reset the stories, you're missing a big piece. You can do this also with physical symptoms. So if you've got that headache, that sore throat, that shoulder pain, that low back pain, that hip pain, or a disease process or an autoimmune disease, cancer, Lyme disease, hormonal imbalances, all of those things. You can take those physical symptoms and you can learn to step your way back. What's the emotion underneath here, and what's the belief underneath that? And you can start to smooth everything out. So you should do mindset work and emotional work. In my humble opinion, they're all tied together, but you have to ultimately come back to the mindset work and reset your belief patterns, your thought patterns, so that you start creating what you want instead of what you do not want. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you have any questions about it, make sure to email me or visit my website. You can set up a free 30-minute chat with me if that helps. But you have to do both. And on any particular day, only work on what is in your face. And in A Course in Miracles, we call that our daily forgiveness lessons. So what is triggering you today? What's on your mind today? And work on that. You don't have to go digging up every single thing, but just work on whatever is triggering you or in your face today. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.